Hang on, I'll be there in just a minute. It's getting hard to walk around here with all this wood laying around. Wood. You know what I mean?
Welcome to CK4RC.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm CK. This is CK4RC. I've got a batch of goodies on my table right here, straight from the Hangar RC CrawlerTrax line. And they were generous enough to send me a few obstacles, and I cannot wait to dig into these things. Now, I was able to use a few of these at Axial Fest Badlands this year, so I already know that these things are incredible. I absolutely love them. They sent me the frame bender, which I know I like the way that it stacks. They sent me the pipeline, which again is the same kind of concept. It stacks, and I like that a lot. And then they also sent me the wave. Now this one is going to be a lot trickier because this top part up here, this is a track. So instead of pieces that kind of stack side by side and provide a driving surface, this track right here gives the terrain to drive on. And this is out of wood, so this has to be flexible, which makes it a little bit delicate. So this part, I'm curious to see how the build goes with this and make sure these big dumb mitts don't go breaking all the pieces apart. But something that stood out to me immediately when I got these, first of all, I absolutely love these leaflets that come with each kit, and they just explain kind of the inspiration behind the design. Brilliant. But also, I have used other wooden obstacles, as you've seen recently on the channel. And I love them. They're fantastic. I am not going to badmouth any of those companies or their designs. They are top notch. But something just jumped out at me immediately whenever I got these out of the box. This wood is thick. So we're talking about, we're talking about 5.3 millimeters. I don't know if you can see that. Well, now it's up to 5.7, but that's because I'm wiggling around. So this is girthy wood. Look at that. That is high quality. That's going to be sturdy, and it's also going to make it a whole lot easier to construct and less likely for these big dumb mitts to start snapping things off. The other thing that I really like about how they kind of market or label these things on the leaflets, they include the build difficulty level, but then also the obstacle difficulty level. That's really smart because now this one, I can probably just jump in and put it together. Now, I'm not going to do that because the guy from CrawlerTrax, the guy from the Hangar RC, Sam, he said, hey, watch the video before you put it together because it makes things a lot easier. So I'm going to take his advice because he probably knows what he's doing a whole lot more than this big dumb face. So Sam, I will do that. I'm going to watch your video first, and then I'm going to put these things together. I'm going to time myself. I'm not going to do it on camera because it's just not exciting to watch me put obstacles together to construct them. I may do a time lapse of one of these just so you can kind of see how easy the stuff slides together. And I know that it's easy because I put it together at Axial Fest Badlands, so I already know that part. But for the most part, I'm not going to build these on camera, but I do want to show them off because the designs are incredible. So I'm going to get to that. I'm going to start watching some videos and start putting a couple of these together and see if we do a time lapse of one of them as well. And then we will come back with the finished product and we'll run some trucks on them. Because, yeah, that's what they're for. Also, the last thing, I cannot skip this part. He threw in a grip kit, which you put this down on the base so it doesn't slide around the table. Brilliant. This, I have not seen this with any other obstacles or kits that I've used recently, this is so smart. So Hangar RC, very, very well done. Very thought out. This is really smart, and I'm excited to see the grip quality of these. That's what we're going to go with. The grippiness, the grip factor. I got nothing. But hey, let me get to work watching some videos and doing some stuff, and then we'll come back, reconvene, and we'll show off the goods, buddy. That's what we'll do. Yeah, okay. We'll just leave it at that. And I'll be back in a little bit. First, though, went with the Crawler shirt from Only RCs. This is based on one of my rigs, actually. This is based on my Red Bolt. So anyway, go to Only RCs. Use my discount code down in the video description. Save 20% off your order. Get the stuff. Save the money. You're not going to go wrong. You won't. You just won't. So here we go. I'll be back shortly. And before you even had a chance to miss me, I'm back with 3 obstacles. It took me about 5 to 7 minutes to do this one. It took me about 5 minutes to do this one. And the wave is the trickiest because it has that track in there. But even that, it took me just over 15 minutes. So 30 minutes total, I'm done with all 3 of these. Now, I will note, I am missing the graphics that go along the side of these. I'm not missing them. I have them right here, but they are not on here yet because the glue is drying. That's all. So I've got Big Pun over here. Haven't had that on the channel for a while. I did not put the grip tape on these yet because I was so anxious to just jump in. So here we go. We're going to take Big Pun on the pipeline first. Now this is the longest obstacle, and it's also it has the most narrow tracks. So should be fairly easy, but I have to make sure I'm paying attention because of the precision factor that is required on this. I want to make sure I don't look like a fool in front of all of you. Just got to watch that flex. I am running Injora double barrel shocks on here, so I am going to get a good amount of flex, which super cool for pictures, not so great for performance. Anyway, see if I can complete this obstacle without losing my line and falling to my doom. I'm not paying close enough attention to the rear wheels. That could come back to haunt me because that rear drinker side is getting precariously close to the edge. Oh, I overcompensated on the front and went off track, but I managed to pull it off. So, little stressful, but fun. I like it. And what I like about the pipeline, it doesn't have that track that the Wave has, which means that it's super easy to put together and take apart. I could take this apart right now and store it flat. It takes up no space. So, pipeline, that's a winner. All right, let's go ahead and jump over here onto the frame bender. And again, you're going to see it's constructed just like the pipeline where it's got like side by side. There's supposed to be 5 of them. I do have the outside ones not in here because, again, the glue is drying with the graphics that really dress these things up a little bit. You don't have to use the graphics if you don't want to. It is completely optional. And that's what makes these things so great, is you can make them how you want them. And they don't even have to be like this. You can take, like, if I wanted to, I could take a couple of the outside, I could flip, not even on camera, I could take a couple of these outer ones and flip them around to where even this one side of the obstacle offers a variation. Now, I'm not going to do that because my OCD doesn't like that. It likes it when things are nice and symmetrical. But this is the frame bender, and let's see if Big Pun has anything for the frame bender. Now, I am still running a brushed Mofo RC. I'm running the Torque Beast 50 in this guy. So there is no FOC. I do have to get on the throttle just to get kind of up onto the obstacle. But again, that's just part of the challenge. Does your truck have the torque required to make the climbs? And I can say that right now, Big Pun is handling business. Look at the flex. Look at the flex on that. That's going to make some great pictures. Big Pun handling the frame bender. And we can turn it around and go backwards. Look how steep this incline is on this side. Can you see that right there? Ooh. All right, let's check. Guys, talking about that torque, that power. Let's see. I already know the Mofo Torque Beast 50. I know it can handle it. But it is going to put a little bit of a well, I got a little jumpy on the throttle. Got a little jumpy on the throttle. So let's see if we can do better than that. I know I can. Okay. There we go. We are mounted up. Well, 3 wheels are mounted up. That 4th one is getting on board right now. Got a little wheel spin on there, but sometimes, I mean, that's just what it takes. And then, yeah. And look at the flex. It is putting the suspension to the test. The frame bender, that's awesome. All right, so something I do want to point out, if you have some of these, if you need to construct some of them, build some of them, the cross members right here, the supports that you slide all the slats into, one side is slightly taller than the other side because of the height of like the decline right there. So with this, and I also noticed it on the pipeline as well, just be mindful of the height. It's one side is slightly taller than the other side. So you just have to make sure you have the right side on the obstacle right there. So frame bender, again, that's another winner. Fantastic. All right, and now the wave. So I've already talked about how those were kind of 4 or 5 different rows of pieces. These are tracked. So there's actual wooden tracks in here. Now these, it did take longer because this is delicate. This track is very, very delicate. And it has to be because it's wood and you're bending it. You're making it flexible. So the track part is very thin, way thinner than the support structure. And obviously, you know, it's got a very complicated pattern, cut pattern. I don't even know what to call it. If you know laser etching, whatever. But anyway, it's got to be like that to make it flexible. But in order to be flexible, it has to be way more delicate. So just take your time with the wave. That way you don't mess it up. Nobody wants a messed up wave. You know what I mean? That's all. Anyway, all right, Big Pun. Here we go. Coming up on the wave. Getting on the throttle just a little bit. And we are going to test every bit of this suspension. Look at that. Okay, that handled pretty well. What I didn't want to happen was I didn't want it to like rock down real violent, because that's what causes the rollover. And that is really what you have to be careful for with these big double barrel shocks, is that articulation will work against you when you are trying to actually drive. And I am in a bad spot right now, but I think Big Pun is going to be able to pull it out. Wow, that was sketchy. And I don't mind saying that, but I managed. Wow, what an impressive job. The obstacle is phenomenal, and Big Pun did great. Make sure he gets mounted up here. And then just keep an eye on the track. Make sure the truck doesn't get too crazy here side to side. That right there. That takes some concentration, because it gets a little cockeyed up here, especially on this big guy in the back. The truck doesn't have that much flex, and so it gets a little cockeyed, and it starts wanting to go one way or the other on the track, and so you've really got to pay attention. This thing is a challenge, and I love it. And something else I love about this, and this one in particular, so while this one probably won't store as nicely, because it is more difficult to construct, and so I'm not going to deconstruct this one probably ever. But this obstacle in particular has so many mounting options. To where you can offset this track. Say I want to put this right here. Just squeeze that on down there like that. Okay, I want to start that one there, but say I wanted to start this one way back here. I can, because of how smart this was designed. I want to be gentle and careful so I don't break it, because that would be bad. I don't want to break it. And so then I got that side. So I would just line this up and slide this support down here. Just like that. And just like that. And now I've got a whole nother challenge. A whole different challenge line. And I also extend the obstacle quite a bit. But check a little bit of my side hill before the driver's side really engages with the course. And this is going to be real treacherous. Coming down on the drinker side with the driver's side still up on this kind of an incline. Oh, if I would have got on the gas, I'd have made it out. That's my fault. That's just bad driving from me. So that's on me. That's not on Big Pun. Uh-oh, I lost some luggage. Don't tell nobody. Be cool. You didn't see nothing. If anybody asks, didn't see nothing. Everything, be cool. Be cool. So there we have it with the CrawlerTrax from Hangar RC. These things are fantastic. And I did measure the wood earlier. If you remember that, it was around 0.5 millimeters. I did measure the wood of some similar obstacles I have, of like kind of the wood-based modular obstacles. And those measured out to about 3.3. So this is a good, what, 60%? Am I doing the math right? Am I mathing right? 60% thicker than the other ones that I have. And I'm not trying to put anybody, any company or any products on blast, because their designs and their production is fantastic as well. So I'm not trying to put any of these products down. I love them. I've done videos on them and I've shown them off. They're awesome. Just showing that CrawlerTrax, this is thicker, more industrial grade, thicker structure. So this is going to be more sturdy. It's going to last a little bit longer probably. That's what I'm going to go with. But anyway, if you haven't checked these out, do yourself a favor. Winter's coming up. Winter's coming up real quick. So get yourself some indoor modular obstacles. Take 30 minutes and put a few of them together. The price on these, it ranges anywhere from, I believe anywhere from like $30 and up. They have way more complicated obstacles. They have extension pieces that you can add to some of these that I have. They have a mud pit. They have a suspension bridge. They're coming up with a monster truck ramp that may have some really cool stickers with it. Wink. I might know a guy that's going to be on the sticker sheet. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, check them out. I'm going to link to their website. I'll link to their YouTube channel down below. Leave me a comment if you have them. Leave me a comment if you don't have them and you're curious about them. You're going to check them out. Let me know. I want to hear about it. But yeah, if you have any questions about Big Pun, drop them down below or go check out that build video. I put that in there on a couple months ago before I went to Axial Fest Badlands. So this was my Badlands build this year. Big Pun with the body in the back. Nope, I did not just acknowledge there is not a body in the back of this pickup. No. Didn't see that, didn't say that, nothing happened. Everybody be cool. Anyway, hit that quadfecta before you go. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Keep doing RC stuff, and I'll see you next time.